Right, okay, welcome back. We reloaded the game. We are in this hole inside the upside down shrine, I guess. Now we just have to levitate and get out of this place. There is an option to levitate and push. Oh, we've almost glitched through this polygon. We don't want to do that. Let's go for it again. Let's levitate. We don't want to glitch anywhere, but we want to go out of this place. There is an option of going here and taking the elevator up, but that elevator glitches a lot. Sometimes the elevator, basically how it glitches is the elevator ends up moving faster than it pushes you up, so eventually you get stuck inside that elevator. So that's kind of annoying. The easiest way is to use your own levitation spell and push your way up. I did initially think this was the upside down shrine, but I don't think so. I think this level should be called the Great Pyramid or something like that. Anyway, we push our way up, we levitate our way up. Sometimes levitation has it is quite difficult because you can't actually levitate without looking at something. And this is the pyramid, and there's an ancient lich over there. He didn't blow himself up with that spell. Let's just tempt him to use up all his spell points. Come on, shoot at me. He doesn't want to do it. Well, if he's not doing it, then I'm going to shoot. Oh, he's firing lightning at us. I think we managed to absorb that one though, or we saved against it anyway. Let's go around the corner and use our area of effect spells. Okay, we still absorbed some of that magicka back. That's pretty good. And he got hit, certainly. Let's blast him again. Once more, I think. Good, excellent. So we took out that ancient lich. He's probably just got a load of gold on him. I don't expect he's got much else. Yeah, nothing else for us to take. They never have any decent Daedric armor or Daedric artifacts. They don't use weapons anyway, so it kind of makes sense. Let's save ourselves here. What can we save ourselves over Mantellan 1? Okay. So we carry on, and this trap door has not opened, and that's a bit annoying. So let's rest here. What we could do is we could just go and check those graves, whether we've actually pushed the right graves this time. I think that would be the best way. If only I actually, strongly advised, set a recall spell so you can actually go all the way back without having to push your way all the way back down again. I mean, it's only a levitate spell and it shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes, but it does get quite irritating to have to go back and forth. Testing them out rather. Anyhow, if you're stuck here, you're not the only one. Plenty of people get stuck and give up on this place. They could have made it a little bit easier, I've got to say. Anyway, let's get on, let's levitate. Enough bandying about. Look at that, there's something above us. Let's go and investigate what that is. Okay, we'll have to look down before we actually go up. Otherwise it won't let me levitate up. Okay. So, actually I think we did have to come this way. Let's levitate this way because this door is opened. Yep, this is the right way. I think pushing that white gravestone actually opens this door. And there's 2 dead bodies. Let's see if we can loot them. We can't loot them. What are they? They are just... they're not even anything, they're just decorations. And let's look at what this guy is. I guard the way, speak my name and I shall grant you passage. Okay. His name is Benefactor, because his body guards the way, remember? Okay, that actually unlocks the trapdoor at the top of the pyramid, in case you were wondering. So all falling into place. Yeah, if you get stuck, just look your way up and down and you'll eventually get there. Let's make our way down to that pyramid. There's that lamp in front of you. You can click on it and you can actually get a levitation spell, but it's no way going to last you long enough. I've got to say, you are going to run out of levitation far, you know, much quicker. You'll need far better levitation than just clicking on those things, unless you know exactly where to go. Okay, so we're into the pyramid now. And I think there are a couple of monsters around here. Oh, just looks like an archer or rogue. We're getting shot at, I think, so that's a burglar, or I think that looks like a burglar. Yeah, it's a burglar. Just wonder if they've got any more Daedric gear. Let's save here. I do like these puzzles, these kind of word puzzles where you actually have to write in and actually use your brain to figure it out. That, although in the days of using the internet to find walkthroughs, that's not too hard. I think it's a lot nicer to do that than to give you an impossible quest to follow. He doesn't have any Daedric gear. Iron gear, no Daedric gear though. Okay, let's just rest here. Someone's firing. It's a Daedra Lord. Where did he come from? Well, if he's going to fire spells at me, we'll give him a taste of his own medicine. Yeah, you get stuck behind that block. Oh, he's quite hardcore. I wonder if he's immune to what I'm giving him. Is he dead? No, he's not dead. And he's hitting me. Right, that's not doing very much. We'll have to use our sword. Sort him out. Yeah, our sword's a lot more effective. He's got a few ingredients, but nothing of interest. I wonder if he came out through that trapdoor. Let's rest now. He took out most of our health. Yeah, there's a trapdoor in the northeast corner. That trapdoor, however, is shut. Now that's quite irritating, because that is exactly what we don't want. If we push that, that probably activates a lift. What of course we didn't want is we have to go back to the graveyard and push the correct sequence of buttons. I don't think I did it last time. I only pushed on one button. Well, yeah, the lift's moving away. You can see it glitching away. Okay, so at least we know the lift is working. At least we know we're most of the way there. There's no alternative way around, so we have to go all the way back. We have to go all the way back and go to the graveyard, pull on those triggers, and then we'll know how to get out. I mean, lots of people say it's a frustrating dungeon, but if you think about it, if you think about the dungeons in Skyrim, they take a good hour, maybe 2 hours to get through one of those dungeons if you're going at it at normal pace. I guess it's because in Skyrim the difference is that you're actually perhaps the enemies are more interesting and the battles are more interesting. So, and in this game a lot of it is just trying to, I suppose, more thinking work and more sheer frustration work than actual combat. The combat in this game, I have to say, is really bad. All you have to do is wave your, once you get to a sufficient agility level and once you're doing a sufficient amount of damage, all you need to do is start waving your sword around and you just knock away all your enemies. No tactics, nothing needed. I guess almost very RPG like. Anyway, let's go clicking on these things. We'll click on that one, we'll click on that one. Let's just click on all of them. It won't do any harm. I'll put an anchor here just in case I need to come back. There's an enemy nearby. Well, nothing that I can see. Let's just levitate our way back. So we've put the anchor here, so in case we still haven't opened that trapdoor, we don't have to levitate all the way back down again. Not that much of a detour if you think about it. I think one of the complaints that probably people playing here is that the scenery is so boring, it's so repetitive. Whereas Skyrim, yeah, you do get a little bit annoyed if you have to backtrack a minute or two. At least there is beautiful scenery to see. Whereas in this game, they've got the oppressive atmosphere just right. Everything certainly feels and looks oppressive. I mean, I suppose it's the equivalent of living in a a modern country with all the mod cons and having beautiful scenery like you have in Skyrim, because it actually feels nice that you're buying, you buy a house, you buy a breeze home, and you've got Lydia as your house car, and you've got all this company. But this game you don't. It feels very, or it feels very brutal. The whole game feels very brutal. You're there, all you do is kill things. The whole world's there, but the whole world feels hostile and feels kinda horrible, and that's both good and bad in a way in the game. They've made the game. They've made the game have a very particular atmosphere, and I can see why this game is such a cult game, because it has that atmosphere that probably no other game has produced. Wait, there's another rogue has appeared. Don't know what that's about. How did they come out of that trapdoor? They can't climb, or they can't levitate, surely. Anyway, let's pull this lever. We'll get that trapdoor back. And if we pull the lever back again, we should be able to. Well, the lever's now disappeared. That's a bit annoying. Hopefully, if we shift around a bit, the lever should come back. If it glitches out altogether, that'll be super frustrating. Oh, I can see it. It's gone. I can see it. Yep. Okay, let's pull it. We can head down now. Okay, so there's a pit there. And what's this? This is just a place for that burglar. Was it burglar? To be. He's just got some dwarven armor. Nothing really I'm too interested in taking. I'm endgame. I don't need any more gear. Be nice to have Daedric stuff, but it really doesn't make any difference to me now. It's all about finishing the game. I think we can just jump down here. Minimal damage. And another trapdoor. Well, we can jump down there. Let's levitate down there. I don't know how far that takes us. Okay, so we're at the bottom. Is this it? Oh, no, it's a teleporter. So we just teleport to the next section. Great, let's save here. Now, that was the pyramid section. I mistakenly thought it was the upside down shrine section. This next part that's coming up is the upside down shrine section. Okay, there's an elevator there. We ignore that elevator. And let's open this doorway. Okay, so we are out in the middle of the upside down shrine now. Now, what we see in front of us is an island, but effectively it's an upside down island from what we usually get. Usually you get that kind of cone shape because that's the kind of bottom of one of the floating islands. And as we're looking down here, we're looking down at the, if you like, the flat top of the island. Now, you can be pretty cool and you can follow these. You can jump on one of these platforms, and I think one of these platforms is an elevator that takes you all the way down to the bottom. Or, of course, you can use a levitate spell and far more reliably get around. I mean, I would highly recommend that you don't try jumping here because it's only going to cause problems. Just levitate and follow this all the way down. I'd also avoid stepping on these polygons because sometimes they glitch, so just follow it along. Right, so now we're over the lip of the, I guess what you call the rock face, and now we've got the shrine in front of us, and as you see, it's upside down. And there's a path around the outside that lets us get into the shrine. Now there are all these doors and you kind of think, what, why are they, how do you get in? Well, all these doors just open, you can just click on them and they open. And which door are we at now? We are, this is the west door. Okay, there's a frost daedra here. Hide round the wall so he can waste his magic. I don't have the spell points to cast it. Okay, fair enough. I don't know what I spent all my spell points on. But he won't stand up to some Daedric Claymore. Ebony Magic Greaves, not bad at all. Could be quite good, but I've got Daedric Greaves, thank you very much, and I don't need those. If I had any kind of room in my inventory, or if I had decent strength, then sure I could carry it, but don't really need that stuff now. One thing you can do if you really want to carry lightweight items is you can actually enchant your items to be lightweight, so you can actually enchant them to be a quarter of a pound. So all your Daedric armor, instead of weighing, I think round about the Daedric gear that I'm wearing, all the plate armor weighs about 40 kilos. I could start off at weighing just about 1 kilo for the whole lot. Well, the game's glitching again. Let's exit.